Shalom. This is Kabash Ben Yasharala. And before I hop into today's lesson, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to the Most High in the name of His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in the true Paleo Hebrew tongue. Ka, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Quadash, Ma'amath. I want to give a double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well and teach well. I want to give a double honor to my elder as well, Harawan Ben Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I want to say shalom to the Akim around the four corners of the globe, pushing this truth with sincerity. With that being said, this lesson is going into the topic of us not getting back with our exes and not giving them second chances. Don't let them pop back into your life. Don't deal with them. Cut them off completely. And that's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm going to go ahead and get into these precepts. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 10. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. So, a woman of the Lord wouldn't leave a man of the Lord. She will understand. It doesn't matter how that flesh feel about him, as long as he's not abusing her, doing anything, if he's leading her in righteousness, she wouldn't leave him. The flesh gonna feel some type of way. The flesh always gonna feel some type of way. We wake up in the morning feel some type of way because of the flesh. But we can't move according to the flesh. We're guided by the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So a righteous woman, like I said, wouldn't leave a righteous man. And when that woman does leave, she's to remain unmarried. Unless her husband was killed. Or died, as I say died. Not necessarily slew. But a woman isn't to marry again if she divorced, separated from her man. But she could reconcile to her husband as long as she didn't go deal with no other man. But if she is out here dealing with other men, we're to leave her alone. Let her have her fun. Let her play the harlot role in this society. Because with the Cardi B, whichever Migo it is, I think it's Offset. With that situation when he cheated on her, the world was bashing him. But we know that to not be cheating, even though he did it subtly. Like he wasn't, he was going behind the back. We know that to be lawful. A man could have multiple wives. But when Cardi B turned around and cheated, the world praised her. They give her pats on the back, all type of you go girls. Because this world is wicked. And that's what they're going to promote, wickedness. That's what they're going to exalt, wickedness. But a woman is to remain unmarried. She separates for her husband. Or reconcile to him. They can separate. Let's say they're going through it. You can separate yourself for a time. But you're not to go out here messing around with other men. But if y'all break up, like completely, that person not to get back in your life. And it also says that let not the husband put away his wife. So we as men, we can't just put our woman to the side and act like they ain't done. Oh, I got you. Now I'm on to the next. Because that's what these dudes out here doing. They out here catching bodies. They got, that's what everybody talk about, their body count. But nah, you got you a woman, a legit woman, not a harlot. You don't put her away. Especially not a woman of the Lord. Because that means she your pillar of rest. She's striving with you in your walk. But if she's not of the Lord and y'all separate, you can't deal with that. We got to protect ourselves. Because who knows what she done went out there and contracted. What demons she done ran into, done jumped on her. It's so much, and the Lord might be separating you from her so he could judge her. Or so he could correct you for dealing with her to begin with. And when it's ultimately Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai that makes that separation. So when that separation is made, we know that comes from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai because we're separate from this world. Off rip. This is Sirach 25. This is Sirach chapter 25, and I'm going to start at verse 24. Of the women came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. So Adam, following behind Eve, ate the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden. The Lord didn't tell Eve not to eat that fruit. The Lord told Adam not to eat that fruit. And Adam, from that point, told her not to eat the fruit. The serpent came in and beguiled her, tempted her to do so. So following behind woman, that's death. So if you out here simping behind them, running behind them, you allowing people to, these women to enter and leave your life as they so please, you ain't nothing but a doormat getting walked all over. You being trampled down. The salt lost its flavor. You no good to the Lord. You're a spiritual harlot, so to speak. Anybody could deal with you. All they got to do is knock on the door. But no, we got to be circumspect. The scripture also says, be not quick to call someone your friend. Just roughly paraphrase that. When we dealing with these women, we're to examine them before we even give them a title, before we put our trust in them, before we marry them, so to speak, before we make them our wives. Verse 26 of Sirach 25. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, no, I skipped. All right, so Sirach 25:25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad a bride. And the same way Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gave us guidelines to abide by, we give our woman guidelines to abide by. Especially a wicked woman. We shouldn't be with them to begin with, but let's say she's not of the Lord. Let's say that. She don't have to be out here on some hard time. Let's say she's not of the Lord. You still lead her according to righteousness. You don't lead her according to the flesh, or your carnal emotion, things of that nature. We don't just let her go out in this world and do what she want to do. We tell her to cover her up, so on and so forth. Don't be out here talking to these dudes and all that. That's structure. That's boundaries. Sirach 25:26. If she go not as thou wouldst have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. So if a woman can't get right, she keeps striving against you, it's friction in the relationship, cut her off. Separate from her. And let her go. Let her go do everything she want to go do. And you focus on the Lord. Our exes don't get second chances. Because they had their time to be with us. They might have just been with us for us to condemn them. And the Lord making that separation so he can start dealing with them. They ain't want the grace and mercy, so they get the judgment. And the wicked woman is your enemy. Because the wicked woman's mind is traps and snares. We'll get more into that in a second. But basically, if a woman can't get right, she's striving contrary to you, she won't submit herself to you, don't argue, sit. You know, that's what the flesh want to do. The flesh love her and all that. No, we got to be spiritually minded. We got to stay focused on the commandments of the Lord. Focus on his spirit, because we're following him. We're not following behind these women. That's what a simp does. And the Lord not simping behind us. He cut the 2/3 off. He ain't talking to them no more. He ain't dealing with them no more. The same with our women. We cut them off and don't deal with them no more. It don't matter if they come back, realize they was wrong. No. Nah, she wasn't dealing with nobody. That might be cool, depending on what the situation was. But if she out here getting with these dudes trying to make you jealous and all that, nah, she just nailed that door shut. That's all that is. And we not to pry that door open. Because that's when the Lord start getting on us. Because now we striving against him for that woman. And she ain't worth it, I promise to you. Proverbs 26:22. Oh, Salaki, that's the wrong precept. Salaki. This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 24. I'm going to start at verse 24. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman, Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. So we're not to fall for the beauty of a woman, whether it be her physical appearance or her status in the world. Because, this world, everybody got a place in this world except for the so-called black man, the so-called Israelite man, I'll say, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man. These women, they can go in this world to find some type of, assistance from their sugar daddy Esau. Esau gonna give them food stamps, welfare, unemployment. I can't remember what it is for the kids in the daycare, but they get all type of benefits from this world. The black man, or so-called the Israelite man, he don't get no benefits. We don't get nothing. We get oppressed. Last one hired, first one fired. And by striving contrary to the Lord, that only makes our affliction that much worse. That makes our cross heavier. We can't lust after these women because they beautiful, because they got it going on. And we can't fall, because some women use their beauty. They know they're beautiful. And they use that to lure in men so they can use them. They got OnlyFans. Yeah, so many traps out here. You got these rated X websites, I'll say, OnlyFans, so on and so forth, to entrap and ensnare men, to use them, bleed them dry. Proverbs 6:26, for by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life, and that's the point. Running behind a whorish woman, and I do believe the word whore means a tainted philosophy. So by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread. That woman will bleed you out to you nothing, you worthless, destroy you. And you can only hope that the Lord is using her to correct you, not to keep you in that state of destruction. But to prevent that, don't fall for her to begin with. But some of these wolves in sheep clothing, they make their way into the sheepfold. But when you spot it, you got to get it going from around you. When that separation is made, you got to keep the distance. And I read it again, Proverbs 6:26. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread. That woman would cause you to lose all your substance and have you at ground zero. Because she don't care. She moving on. Yeah, she a parasite. She a leech. She got what she wanted. She moving on to destroy the next Jake. You ain't nothing to her. She just lied, had you all in your feelings, this, that, and the third. You thinking you found your woman, and she just, and you blinded by the flesh. And that's ultimately what it is. We can't focus on the flesh, our carnal emotion. Yeah, we love some of these women out here. We have strong feelings for them, but our feelings for Yahweh Shem Shai has to be stronger. And the adulterers will hunt for the precious life. They out here hunting. They in these clubs wearing these skimpy outfits. They trying to lure in Jake. They want Jake with a Hellcat. Go on Instagram. You see all these females, these gold diggers, so to speak. You see Jake got his Hellcat parked outside the gas station, and these women out here posted up, waiting on him to come out. Is this your car? Cause that's what they want. These women out here, these wicked women, they want substance. You got a house, they want to move in it, not to help you run that house. But they might be in survival mode. A lot of women out here just in survival mode. They be with you just so they have somewhere to stay. They'll have you thinking they love you, but you build her up and she'll slide. These are the types that we gotta use wisdom, not the understanding of Yahweh Shem Shai to protect ourselves from these things. All weakness is little to the weakness of a woman. I don't care what Jake, a dude, he'll beat your ass, call you all types of names, this, that, and the third. A woman will do you 10 times worse than that, bring you down to a piece of bread, crumbs, nothing. And as men, like I said, in this society, man, it's hard enough on us, man. If you find your woman to be an enemy of you, cut off and keep the distance. That's just it. This is Sirach 26 and verse 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaker to and fro. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. So an evil wife is a yoke shaking to and fro. That woman gonna drag you she gonna have you on an emotional roller coaster. You love her, you pissed off at her, you hate her, you miss her. Y'all back together, back in love again. It's just so many up, downs, left, rights, and all that, man. We can't focus on that. The Lord foundation is solid. He won't have us on no roller coaster ride. He's guiding us through the spirit, not through the flesh. These women are guided by their carnal emotions. And they go through 100 emotions an hour. 1,000,000 emotions a minute. I like that one better. Yeah, they go through 1,000,000 emotions a minute. And we can't, that's that yoke shaking to and fro. You on that ride right there with them. But they've been on the roller coaster so long, they're immune to it. That's new to you. And like how a job, check your resume. When a woman has a resume with you and it's not up to par, that's why we got to be circumspect, man. We can't just, be quick to call these women our wives, our friends. I did that in the third. Now, if you just gonna pop her, just pop her and be friends or whatever. Deal with her as how she carries herself. But don't get in your feelings. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. She injected her poison in you, corrupting you, killing you slowly. And the longer you with her, the closer you are to that death. And when you separate yourself from her and the Lord start healing you, you got to focus on that healing. For some of the brothers that's out here maybe have experienced this and they're going through it right now, or they just need to hear this. When the Lord separates you from that woman and he keep his spirit with you, you got to focus on his healing. Because he cleansing you of that poison that she injected in you. Her wicked ways that caused the friction to begin with, more than likely. We can't run back to them because she ain't changed. She done got worse. She done got more deceitful, more clever, more cunning. Because times ain't doing them getting harder and harder. So they got to get slicker and slicker. But the Lord said the vintage shall fail. Arise, ye careless daughters. Ye women that are at ease, for the vintage shall not come. The things that these women using men to get, it ain't going to come. A woman leave you thinking she could, that's why they be coming back. Because they leave you thinking they could find better. Thinking they could do bad on their own. Come to find out they can't. So they try to come back. And we can't let them. They had their chance. We the ride. How about that? We the ride. Oh, man. You can't get back in line. Sorry. That's the mindset we're to be in. Sirach 26 and 22. And harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. So these harlots out here doing men any kind of way, destroying them, they ain't nothing but spittle. Nasty, yucky. If you can see the spirit on these women, that's why we don't lust after their beauty and their eyelids and all that cute stuff they got going on. They walk around in lingerie every day. We can't lust after their bodies. We got to lust after the spiritual, in a sense. We got to lust after the spiritual woman. And she don't necessarily have to accept the gospel of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But if she has a good head on her shoulders, you can deal with her. But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. A good wife not going to inject poison into you. She not going to have you on an emotional roller coaster ride. She not going to leave you. She a tower against death. She not going to inject no poison into you. She going to help you strive righteously in the Lord, to the Lord, to receive that salvation. And again, she doesn't even have to be in the truth to do that. But these women out here can't lead you to the Lord. They leading you to death. We want women that's going to be a tower against death, if anything. Sirach 26 and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. So you find yourself with a wicked woman, you can't separate from her, you might be wicked. You need to check yourself. You might not be worthy of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The longer you with that woman, that's how he looking at it. And the last lesson I did, we're to be chaste virgins, separate from the carnal things of this world. That's what keeps us clean. That's what keeps us chaste. But these women out here, they gonna taint you, defile you, corrupt you. And the longer you will, the more wicked you become. That poison start changing your mindset. Have you striving against the Lord. But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. And that's what we want. And for those out here who want that companion, that woman, focus on the Lord. He'll lead her to you the same way he did Adam. He brought Eve to Adam. The same way we go out in the world and we run into these women. The Lord lead these women to us, whether they be righteous or wicked. But he gave us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to do the sifting. And you're going to do a lot of sifting to the left. Like on Tinder, you can swipe to the left or the right. We supposed to be doing more swiping to the left than to the right. Because the valuable things of this world are hidden, including women. You can't find, it's hard to find a good woman out here. But these city girl, hot girls, all these, whatever they want to be, Sexy Reds and Cardi B's, they everywhere. They a dime a dozen. They typical. We want a woman that'll submit to our authority and follow us in the spirit of meekness. These women out here proud. We don't want no proud woman. They boasting in ignorance, folly, foolishness. A real woman doesn't boast in her body. She doesn't want the world seeing her body. She doesn't want everybody running around here talking about something they got a piece of that. That's what harlots do. And the Lord did say that. I think he told that to Hosea. Our women shall be harlots in the streets. He told it to somebody. Yeah, our women shall be harlots in the streets. And look at them. They harlots in the streets today. Got Esau as their sugar daddy out here helping him to destroy Jake. And matter of fact, I got a flick I'm going to play before I end this lesson. This is 1 Corinthians. This is my last precept. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they have none. So the time is short. Yahweh, the prophecy playing out back to back. The time is short. So we can't focus on these women out here. We got, especially nowadays, focus on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because it's almost time for salvation, man. Jacob's trouble is here. And these exes that be trying to run back in their lives, that's the devil trying to deceive you in the fourth quarter. Like a football game, trying to make that comeback, trying to pull you back into the world at the last second, trying to conquer you. We can't be conquered. We don't give our strength to women. We can't let no man take our crown. And bowing down to a woman, you took your own crown. 1 Corinthians 7:29 again. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they have wives be as though they had none. And I'm not going to play that video after all. I'll just do another lesson on that topic specifically. But, y'all rock this out. This lesson was edifying. Until next time, I'll say shalom.